Check it out. I need to mill this radius on that part using the manual mill. So I just finished cleaning up this face, so I know exactly where 0 is relative to my tool in the X direction. So I'm gonna come over here, I've got the X zeroed out. Now I need to check over here where my absolute coordinate for the X is. So it's negative 0.55591. And then for my Y coordinates, I have everything zeroed off of the back jaw of the vise, the fixed jaw. So I know exactly where the middle of the part is relative to that fixed jaw, so that's easy. I can now go over here to the radius tool or function, and then I'm going to select my coordinates, which will be x, y, and it's asking where the center of my arc. All right, so I know exactly where the center of my y, or the center of my part is, my y coordinates, based on the width of the part and knowing that my absolute coordinates are off the back jaw of the vise, the fixed jaw. So if I go to 0.5, that should give me right in the middle of the part. So now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to come over from absolute and then go over to the radius tool right here, and it's going to ask me what plane I want to work in. I'm going to work in the XY plane. And then it's asking where the center of my radius is. So now I need to look at my drawing. Radius of 1 inch, and that radius is offset by 0.125. So my offset from that face is going to be 0.125 plus 1 inch. So that should be, in my X direction, 1.125. And then the Y direction, it's going to be negative 0.5. And then my radius, I'm using a 1/2 inch end mill. So then my radius is 1 inch, I've already got that, and my tool diameter is 0.5. So I got a 1/2 inch end mill. My max cut, we'll go with 0.05, that's a good start. So for the start angle, I need to look at the drawing, and really, I've got it like this, but it's gonna be that angle, the 57.9. Half of that is roughly 29 degrees, so we're just going to put 29. You can see it moved our start point over here, and then this is going to be negative 29. But now you can see it's trying to cut this radius, so we have those flipped. So I need to go up here and go negative 29, and then I need to come down here and do positive 29. And now that's starting to look like a radius. The next thing we got to look at is our tool offset. And so we can flip that. This would be if we have our tool on that side of the radius, but in this case our tool is on the inside of the radius like that. So we're going to leave that just like it is. Alright, so actually the center setup is pretty tricky and it kind of threw me for a loop, so let me go through it. Here's our setup. We got the vise, we got our 0, 0 at this corner, and we just touched off our end mill on this edge of the part. And so what that tells us, if we go to our absolute coordinates, when we're zeroed out here, our absolute coordinates are negative 0.55591. So that tells us that the center of our end mill is 0.55591 from the edge of the vise. So to find where this face is, we need to take this number and subtract the radius of our end mill. So that works out to negative 0.3059. That's this minus 0.25. So we have a radius of 1 inch, and we have that radius is inset by 0.125. So what we can do is take 1 inch minus 0.125 and then add 0.3059, and that works out to, we got to get our sign right, but that's negative 1.18087. So we're going to go ahead and put that in for our center point, and then when we click OK here, our start point should basically be right in that ballpark. So that looks right. If we move it in about 40 thousandths, that'll just start cutting the radius. Alright, so I'm gonna get this calculator out of the way, and I've got my end mill up above the part, and I'm just gonna be plunging in the Z-axis, and you can see here I've moved to my start position, and I can adjust that. So here's the first point, the end point over here, and we can do any point in between just by moving these arrows, and that'll adjust the coordinates and show me where I need to move my X and Y coordinates for each plunge. So I'll go back to my first point, and we're gonna start there. All right, so I got my spindle on, I'm at the first point, I'm gonna plunge, and we're gonna see what happens. So just as a quick sanity check, that's about what it's supposed to look like. And that looks pretty close to me. We're gonna keep going. All right, well that is not perfect, but that looks pretty good. That's gonna work for what we're doing. Nice. All right, so moment of truth. This is the part that this is gonna fit against. That looks pretty good to me. Okay, so now I need to cut this slot or groove here, and I'm gonna be making a couple of these, so I'm just gonna make that nice long groove through here, and then when I cut it off, that way I'll have the next one ready too, and I can just keep cranking them out. Auto feed, baby. Okay, maybe a little more auto feed. Alright, so we got a 1/2 inch slot there, and now we just need to make it a little bit wider. So we're gonna do a 25 thousandths offset in the Y direction. Gonna come down to the end, and then we're gonna go 25 thousandths further in that direction. Alright, so we got this cut. Now we just need to chop it off at 0.375, but I'm going to go a little long just to be safe. So I'm going to call it about 1/2 inch, about right there. So that's where I'm going to make my cut. As long as I stay on that side of the line, I should have some material to clean up.